Now, Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to boosting trade and investment across Africa at a high-level forum in Abuja themed Facilitating Intra-African Trade and Investment. Government officials and investors explored ways to strengthen Africa's investment climate. Organized by Woodhull Capital with PBEC, the Nigerian government and OSAP IC, the event highlighted efforts to create a more competitive business environment. Representing the Vice President, Ibrahim Hassan Hadija, stressed that regional cooperation, infrastructure, and the AFCFTA-driven policies are key to unlocking Africa's investment potential.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to represent the Vice President and deliver the keynote address on his behalf. He would have loved to be here in person, but unfortunately there is a clash of schedules which led to his sending me here to represent him. You're actually supposed to be represented by the Minister of Trade and Investment, who incidentally was in China up to yesterday. So I'm here to step in some very big shoes at very, very short notice. Your Excellencies, distinguished governors as represented, honorable ministers, representatives of the African Export-Import Bank, members of the diplomatic corps, heads of MDAs, I can see about 2 or 3, global investors and development finance leaders, captains of industry, the convener, Mrs. Mojisola Humponu-Wusu, President of Woodhull Capital, and the visionary team at Woodhull Capital, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I stand before you today not just as the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but as a Nigerian who has witnessed firsthand the fierce resilience and limitless potential embedded in our subnational economies. I thank the host, Woodhull Capital, and its partners, the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PBEC, the Nigeria Governors Forum, the Northwest Governors Forum, and the African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, for organizing this crucial high-level conference on intra-African trade in the heart of our nation's capital. The fact that this forum serves as the strategic kickoff for the International Investors Forum in London, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi tells us one essential truth. The time for incremental steps is over, and we are now operating on a scale that is continental and global. I want to especially commend Woodhull Capital at this point. Your decision to take on the audacious mandate of raising international funding for sovereign and sub-sovereign partners is not merely a business model. It is an act of deep patriotic service. It is a necessary bridging effort that transforms the theoretical potential of our states into bankable investment cases, and I applaud you for leading this charge. For too long, the narrative of African trade has been dictated by what we extract and export to the global north. Today, we must pivot and activate the vast, untapped energy of inter-African trade. Consider this fact. Trade within the European Union hovers around 65% of their total commerce. For Asia, it is closer to 60%. For Africa, it sadly lingers below 17%. This disparity is not a mark of destiny. It is a clear measure of unexploited opportunity, particularly under the framework of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Nigeria, with its unparalleled market size, a GDP that anchors the continent, and a demography that drives innovation from Nollywood to Lagos's tech hubs, is uniquely positioned to be the anchor of this inter-African commercial revolution. But this revolution will not be led by Abuja alone. It will be driven by the subnational structure with the governors leading the charge. In every economy, developed or developing, capital follows confidence, and confidence rests on governance. As a government, we recognize that to attract sustainable investment, we must continue to build an environment anchored on predictable policy, institutional transparency, and public accountability. Through PBEC, we are committed to removing bottlenecks, modernizing business processes, and ensuring that investors experience a seamless interface with government. Beyond that, we are investing heavily in the fundamentals: security, infrastructure, and macroeconomic stability, because we understand that the foundation of any competitive economy is trust. Investors must trust that their capital is safe, that rules are stable, and that opportunities are real. This conference must achieve one critical outcome. It must transform potential into pipeline, and that is today we are demanding specificity. We want governors to articulate projects that are structurally sound, de-risked, and aligned with market demands. Let's talk about leveraging the vast sesame and groundnut belts in the Northwest for export-ready agribusiness, financed by institutional debt. Let us talk about building regional power grids that transcend state boundaries, attracting infrastructure bonds. Let us discuss how to use digital platforms to harmonize commodity standards across borders with Niger, Benin, and Cameroon, making Nigerian export instantly verifiable and competitive. The federal government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is committed to creating an enabling environment, stabilizing the currency, rationalizing subsidies, and simplifying taxation. The role of the governors is to meet this commitment with integrity, speed, and focus. The capital is ready, the markets are ready, and the world is watching. This is our moment to redefine Nigeria's place in Africa's economic story, not as a participant, but as a leader. Let this forum become a compact between visionary political leadership, innovative financial structuring, and the disciplined deployment of global capital. Let us build an economy where Nigerian states are not dependent units, but dynamic investable engines driving regional integration and continental progress. As we begin this journey, let us remember the greatness of a nation lies not in its potential, but in its performance. Let us match our aspirations with execution and our rhetoric with results. If we work together with purpose, discipline, and conviction, the Nigeria we seek is within reach, and a prosperous Africa is directly tied to its fortunes.